Hello everyone, it's Barbara here, your favorite longtime professional home care personal support worker, union steward, and certified member and co-chair of the Joint Health and Safety Committee. I'm sorry, I am feeling a bit under the weather. I'm almost completely better now except for this. Tips, tricks, and tools of the trade. This will be tips and tool of the trade. The number one injury that occurs in our line of work is what we call musculoskeletal. Muscle pulls, overexertion, moving a patient, doing it incorrectly, that sort of thing. But they also occur in other instances, which I shall get to. When we have the Joint Health and Safety Committee meetings, we get the incident reports the week before. I look at each incident and I look for the information that isn't there, that usually doesn't get reported. Was it night or was it day? What were the weather conditions like? Were they rushing? Were they paying attention? Did they have the right footwear on? Was there sufficient lighting? Had the snow and ice been cleared? That sort of thing. And then I record my notes, and then we get together and we compare notes, and then we form policy. Now, to qualify myself, I have been injured on the job, but it wasn't due to mishandling of patients. I've never had an injury with that. The first one was walking in the winter, and the lighting was perfect. I wasn't on my phone. I was paying attention to where I was going. I had the proper footwear. I wasn't rushing, but it was black ice, which of course you can't see. And when I went down, I did a belly flop. But to keep my head from hitting the concrete, I arched my back. That's an MSD right there. Later, there was a patient. I was in the bathroom. They fell out of bed. I went in to help them. I explained that I was going to get them out of the blankets they were wrapped up in. So I started to do that when suddenly they grabbed my arm and pulled me down. And I tensed, of course, musculoskeletal in here. The next one was I'd help the patient transfer, stand and pivot using a transfer pole, which they never secure into the ceiling. It's a tension thing. Well, as soon as she sat down, it let go. So I did one of these to protect my head. Actually, I was protecting her as well. And of course, soft tissue in here. And then there was the one where I was going across a parking lot. There was black ice. I actually had started wearing grippers when I'd had that fall face down so many years ago. And I wasn't rushing. The lighting was great. I was paying attention, but I went down again. I went forward. Did one of these, but rolled, and we thought I broke my wrist, but we didn't. That was 5 years ago, I think. So as we are getting into winter, yes, that's exactly where this is going. Now, I do happen to know a lot of workers do not wear the proper footwear. They will wear running shoes. I wear boots, but even that isn't sufficient sometimes. It's like snow tires. You can have the best snow tires in the world, but once you hit that black ice, you have to rely on other things, such as adjusting your driving to the conditions, and a little bit on your four-wheel drive. The thing is, you can have the proper footwear on, but as I mentioned, it's still not enough. So what you do is you want to protect yourself by using these things. These ones came from the Dollarama, and you strap them around the front of your boot so it's basically where the ball of your foot is. And there are other ones that you can hook onto your toe and they stretch out up over the heel. You'll see them a lot of times with the replaceable spikes, but I don't like those ones. They're not sturdy enough for me. I happen to have these. I call them my heavy-duty tactical grippers. And I wear these when I'm doing my own thing, not necessarily at work. But the thing, too, is these are not the be-all and end-all, because as with snow tires, they have the deeper grooves to be able to collect more snow and be able to hit the surface better. But if it gets filled up with enough snow, it's still not going to work right. So you still have to be careful. Make sure you have them on over your proper footwear. Pay attention to where you're going. Know what the conditions are. Make sure there's lighting and walk like a penguin. It may sound silly, but it does indeed help. And that is it for today. I would like you all to stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you on the flip side.